Aftermath: Jackson standing outside in a long white dress. King's friend Mahalia Jackson in 1964 sang at his funeral. The assassination led to a nationwide wave of race riots in Washington D.C., Chicago, Baltimore, Louisville, Kansas City, and dozens of other cities. Presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy was on his way to Indianapolis for a campaign rally. When he was informed of King's death, he gave a short improvisation speech to the gathering of the supporters, informing them of the tragedy and urging them to continue King's ideal of the non-violence. The following days, he delivered a prepared response in the Cleveland. James Farmer Jr. and the other civil rights leaders also called for non-violent action, while the more militant Stokely Carmichael called for a more forceful response. The city of the Memphis quickly settled the strike on terms favorable to the sanitation workers. President Lyndon B. Johnson declared April 7 a national day of mourning for the civil rights leader. Vice President Hubert Humphrey attended King's funeral on behalf of the president, as there were fears that Johnson's presence might incite protest and perhaps violence. At his widow's request, King's last sermon at the Ebenezer Baptist Church was played at the funeral. A recording of his Trump major sermon given on February 4, 1968. In that sermon, King made a request that at his funeral no mention of his award or honor be made, but that it said that he tried to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and be right on the war question, and love and serve humanity. His good friend Mahalia Jackson sang his favorite hymn, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, at the funeral. 2 months after King's death, James Earl Ray, who was on the loose from a previous prison escape, was captured at London Heathrow Airport while trying to leave England on a false Canadian passport. He was using the alias Roman George signed on his way to Whitehall, Rhodesia. Ray was quickly extradited to the Tennessee and charged with the King's murder. He confessed to the assassination on March 10, 1969, though he recanted this confession 3 days later. On the advice of his attorney Percy Foreman, Ray pleaded guilty to avoid a trial, conviction, and thus the possibilities of receiving the death penalty. He was sentenced to a 99-year prison term. Ray later claimed a man he met in the Montreal, Quebec with the Allies role was involved, and that the assassination was the result of the conspiracy. He spent the remainder of his life attempting unsuccessful to withdraw his guilty plea and secure the trial, and never had. Ray tried in 1998 at the age of 70. Allegation of conspiracy. Ray's lawyer maintained he was a scapegoat similar to the way of John F. Kennedy assassination. Lee Harvey Oswald is seen by the conspiracy theorist supporters of this assertion said that Ray's confession was given under pressure and that he had been threatened with the death penalty. He admitted that Ray was a chief and vulgar, but claimed that he had no record of committing violent crimes with a weapon. However, prison's records in different U.S. cities have shown that he was incarcerated on numerous occasions for charge of armed robbery. In a 2008 interview with the CNN, Jerry Ray, the younger brother of the James Earl Ray, claimed that James was smart and was sometimes able to get away with the army robbery. Jerry Ray said that he had assisted his brother on such a robbery. I never been with the nobody as bold as he is. Jerry said he just walked in and put that gun on somebody. It was just like it's an everyday thing.